It's such an honor, honestly. Like, I love her books so much because she writes characters so three-dimensionally and she's so good at plot and story. And so, yeah, it's an honor to be contributing something to the Hooververse for sure. But it's also intimidating to be like, this is Morgan, this is Jonah, this is Clara, this is Miller. So we humbly submit this to the Hooververse. We hope you approve. I think you will. We tried really hard.
I think our director, Josh Boone, he really directed us in a way where he wanted everything to feel very subtle and real and grounded and not lean into the melodrama. Like, everything's there, just play it real. And, like, you know, his guiding light were directors like Cameron Crowe. I think about movies like Jerry Maguire or Almost Famous or Say Anything. And those movies, they kind of have a little bit of everything. They got the drama, they got the tears, they got the humor, they got just the relatable characters that just feel true to life.
I just think there are very few movies in theaters today that are about people. There's a lot of spectacle, and I like all that stuff. But I'd love a little bit more variety, like when I was younger and there were 5 movies that came out every week that were different genre. That Colleen Hoover is such a megastar allows us to put a movie in theaters about a family, about parents and children, about love, about regrets, about all that. That's cool. That's a superpower she has that, like, you couldn't write an original script like this and get it out in a theater like this. Colleen Hoover, she is our vehicle for this.
I feel like when you're tasked with taking a literary character and bringing them to life, you kind of have to, like, fill in all the blanks. You have to make that person be as rich as someone's imagination of that person and richer. And so that's the kind of fun job as an actor with any script, but especially with, like, a book adaptation where you have to do the work that an imagination of a reader would do. And it's a big task.
Yeah, that's what I liked about the film is it's not, you know, it really tackles the gray area in life, and it's grounded. It's messy. This movie's messy. It's not fairy tale like, and I think that's what people gravitate to her books. That's why people liked the Blake Lively film, because it's messy and it's dealing with real shit.
It was pretty great. I mean, get a load of this guy. He's pretty charming. It was very fun to get to do this, like, kind of romance film with him, especially because Mason was, like, my best friend for ages before shooting. So, you know, sometimes films or things like this with the romance aspects, or I guess also the drama and the trauma and the grief of it all is also so scary to portray and to perform, but it's nice to be able to do it with somebody that you're so comfortable with and feel so safe with. So, you know, this was such a beautiful experience all around, but it was also so wonderful. Nobody I would have rather done it with.
I mean, honestly, that was the easiest part. I mean, me and Mckenna, from the first time meeting her, I met her like a year in advance before filming, and I've never clicked with something like that in my life. It was just so easy. So the fact we got to, and I feel like going into a job like this, normally it's somebody you've never met before, so it can be a little awkward and kind of going through the motions. But with Mckenna, it was so easy, and we just had a lot of fun. So getting to do it with her was special.
I want to represent my people, the Gen Z folk of the world, and that it's easy to even in grief and tragedy to make light and joke around, and that's a lot of, like, the coping mechanisms of my generation, and you've just got to represent that. Absolutely.
Oh man, I mean, this film, the highlight of this film just being that, like, love can be so messy sometimes, was something that really, like, connected with me. At least when I first read the script, it was just like the fact that this film is something that really highlights just how love can be so messy, but you can still, like, kind of just go through with it, and just kind of dealing with that in a relationship is just so beautiful, I think, to me. Just like that messiness and how beautiful that can be, and just struggling through that. So yeah, that's what I remember when I read the script for the first time, for sure.
Amazing. I mean, you just want to hope as a writer you do it justice and don't upset the fans. So I always say, you know, hug the book in the adaptation. Hug the book. Don't try to, like, reinvent the wheel. And I'm so happy. I'm so proud of this movie. It's a great love story, and cast is amazing, and Josh Boone loves writers, so I'm happy about that. And I'm blessed to be a part of it. It's been a really incredible experience.